Yeah. So, and then that brings us to relationships. And it's cool because all these videos that I make, they're all getting categorized under these different categories. And they're very similar. They're just being said in a different way. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just imprint what I understand online for other people to understand. And I'm only really speaking on things that I have experience in, and it makes me really happy so that I can share those things. And sometimes it sounds like, and it feels like to me, like I'm beating a dead horse, but it also just feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And this next one is relationships. Basically with relationships, is okay. First thing, bottom line of relationships, everyone has their problems. So the confusing thing, and I want kids out there to understand something, that what you see on the news is not real for the most part, unless they're basing it around something else and then putting their twist on it to get more views. But celebrities, people that appear perfect online, people that look like they're just living their dream life, and like your life sucks because theirs is so great, and like pulling that polarity, that's not real. That's not reality. That's complete fucking bullshit. Like complete bullshit. Everyone has their problems. Not one person on this planet doesn't face adversity in some form in their life. And you can't play the comparison game. Like comparison is the thief of joy. You can't just think about how everyone's doing things that you're not. That sucks. That's a existence, and you can't focus on that. What you do have control over is what you're focusing on. And so if you're focusing on how, the good aspects of your life are going good, well, that's awesome. All I'm saying is that we have this standard now in society to think that, oh my gosh, like, this famous person is in this relationship and this and blah, 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 blah. And it's so perfect. And like my relationship sucks. That's not reality. 99.999% chance that whatever you're comparing to is on a screen. So the first thing you want to question is, if you're looking at a screen, question it, because it's not reality. That's something that had the ability to be played with, to be portrayed as, to be shaped as. It's not reality. Your mind is portraying it as reality because that is what you're receiving it as. But it's most likely that you're being tricked, and that's not reality. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, we're also seeing all this stuff online, on TV, whatever it is, that this is how it should be. You have to believe these ways. Oh, you're normal if you believe in this or you believe in that. Well, that might not be true either. And it most likely isn't true. But when it comes down to relationships and like wanting your best relationship to thrive, then it's like, one, accepting that not all relationships are perfect. In fact, no relationship is perfect. Everything has to have constant work. Everything has to, it's struggle and pain and good times. It's all of it. So people shouldn't lie to themselves and just think that everything's got to be perfect all the time. It's not. You can't force things. You can't force a situation to be perfect. You can't force somebody to come into your life, whether you're a girl or a guy. You can't bend over backwards for people, because then there's no respect there. There's no dignity. Don't force. And, obviously just have respect for the other person. You can't. That's so funny, because these notes right here, I wrote, don't over pursue, don't watch porn. So there's like completely different topics, but for those, don't over pursue. If you're going to let somebody know that you're into them, they'll know by you telling them that you're into them. But if you're going to be like texting them every single 5 minutes, being like, what are you doing? How are you? Like, be my girlfriend. What? Like, that's like weird. Like, don't over pursue. Let them know you're interested and have that respect. The biggest thing a girl, because I know, again, 99% of the people that watch this are dudes. The biggest thing that a girl wants to see is that you have your own life. You have your own shit going. You have you have your life figured out. You have things going for you outside of her, because people tend to get moved away from somebody when they're like, putting, oh, like my life is based around this person. Well, it's like, that's great. If you guys are like in that kind of relationship and you guys mean so much to each other, that's amazing. That's a beautiful thing. But you also have to be really careful, because you have to have stuff outside of that, because what happens, God forbid, that person just walks out on you tomorrow, or something catastrophic happens. Like, you have to have your life, or like you're you can't put all your eggs in that basket no matter how bad you want to. And that's like a tough life thing that sucks, because like there's so many situations where you're like, you just want to give somebody all you can, and you do, and you should do that. But you also have to have that self-respect and that self-drive to have your own life going as well. And they should have theirs going as well. The other thing that was just written in here is, don't watch porn. Don't watch porn. That takes away from every aspect of your life. You know, like the first time I watched porn, I was like 9 years old, and I was just like, what the hell is this? Like, I didn't even know, I didn't even understand it at the time. But I think I can't, like, probably just a few years later after that, I was like, this can't be good for humans to watch on a screen. So like, I just don't watch, like, I've never watched that stuff. Like, don't watch that. It'll take away from not only your sex life, it'll take away from your relationships. It'll, you know, completely falsify and illusionize your way of thinking that that's reality. Like, it's just not healthy all around. It completely traps and fucks up your neural pathways, your dopamine sensors, just stuff like that. It's just not good. Don't do it. You know, nobody's perfect. There's just so many different situations, so many different relationship situations, and you kind of just got to feel it out. But the bottom line with this video is just resorting everything back to love, knowing that you can give somebody your all. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be mean. Don't play games, even though everything in life is a game. Relationships are a game, but don't play these mini bullshit games like, oh, they didn't text me, so I won't text them, or like, don't do that. Just call the person, be upfront, be real, be respectful, and go live your life.